Greetings, programs, and welcome back to CK2. I've been trying to get these back for a more kind of weekly thing, but then of course we had all the German battleships and the supporter week that came in, and this got pushed on the sidelines slightly. But we're back now, and after the events of the last episode where we were basically beating off civil wars, I think we might also try for more wars this episode, but of a less civil nature. Because with England being currently embroiled in lots of civil wars themselves, York is looking mighty tasty. That's a big fat province on the border there that would give me access to a lot of the rest of England. There's a lot of provinces that border York. It's also, I think the Duchy of York comprises of, it's literally just, I said Dork there. The County of Dork, so we have to rename it that afterwards. York and Lincoln comprise that duchy, so it's only two provinces I'd need to grab to actually get a duchy. So what I'm going to do, we're going to send the Chancellor down to fabricate claims. Somebody also pointed out that I could be using my steward to raise more taxes. That's entirely true. I could. Thing is though, like you'll set your, I've done this in previous episodes, you set your councillors to certain tasks and then the councillor dies, or occasionally the game does a funny thing and says, oh, they can't be a councillor anymore, and you think they've died, but they haven't really. It's just the game's decided they can't be a councillor, and then they can be a councillor again because reasons. But in this case, it's that I've just forgotten to, reassign after the last time. So I've discovered, by the way, and I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I've discovered that the Buchanans, they are obviously, cursed be their name, the filthy, lower than low Buchanans. Young King Simon II of Scotland has a sister who's unmarried. And I've been thinking, what if we could arrange a betrothal to, say, my eldest son, Prince Yoda, and I didn't mean to click there to show you Yoda, but it happened, so I just went with it. If we arrange the betrothal to Yoda, and they then say no, political concerns. No, but we do not want a matrilineal marriage. I had the thought that I could do that, and then we could arrange some, accidents for Simon and his brother Ranald, but no, apparently they won't let me. Word of the fact that I have developed a slight disliking for the Buchanan family may possibly have reached their court. So when it says political concerns minus 15 or whatever it was, I don't think it was quite that bad, but that's still a lot of negatives on the political concerns line. I would have to give him land, or I don't even know what I'd have to do to get them on side with that, but oh well. That was a lovely thought. I should have checked if it would actually work first, but no, they are absolutely not on board with that at all. I should also just quickly maybe note that there is a new DLC that's just come out, which actually looks rather fun for CK2. But of course, this is an older version of CK2, so I don't get to have any of that good stuff. But there's also, alongside the actual content, the Reapers in the Reaper's Due, they've apparently also done a fairly serious amount of optimization work as well, which is always very welcome. Because one of the things with CK2, and I notice it more when I'm recording than when I'm not recording, but it doesn't run super well, especially in the late game. It's one of the things that's always been a criticism of this game, is that the game engine really starts to chug in the late game because it just has so many characters and relationships to keep track of. And there have previously been bugs to do. There was one specific infamous one where Byzantine characters would spend, they'd literally every game day or something like that, they'd just be continuously checking whether they could castrate prisoners if they had any prisoners. And that decision checking was also slowing things down. So, that was quite fun when they, it was kind of fun. It was oh, wait, that was a bug? The game was doing that? Okay. It was a very CK2 kind of a bug. So, we've got the Chancellor in York. We're making a bit more cash. The armies are reinforcing. I would, if I could find, it would mean marrying the Buchanans to a McJedi, but it would also mean possibly inheriting the throne of Scotland too, and not having to take it back bit by bit. but I'm just not sure there's any way of doing that, unfortunately. It might be at some point in the future I might be able to reunite, but I don't know. We might just put Ireland to one side. It was useful to have that Irish power base, but I might concentrate on taking the rest of the Isles first, then Ireland, and then we might go back to the grand dream of the North Sea Empire. And I was actually quite amused. This is another little tidbit from having been playing a little bit of Hearts of Iron 4. Now it's out that if you form fascist Denmark in Hearts of Iron 4, the name changes to the North Sea Empire. So I'm not just making this thing up, the North Sea Empire. It was an actual kind of historical concept that was applied to the various Viking holdings. Anyway, there's not a lot doing right now. We'll probably just speed forwards until we get a claim. I could have a quick look around the rest of the map. Don't think there's that much going on. No, I don't think we really have any changes since the last time I looked. This, Pisa got kicked out of the Levant, and the march across Anatolia seems to have been more or less stopped. Call to arms from Consolidating. We'll see what that is in a second. And otherwise, yeah, the Golden Horde seems to have become rather content with the lands that they have anyway, which at the moment, Hungary is just a complete mess, and the fiction of the Empire of Hungary seems to have finally collapsed, because it was what, 2 provinces? So yeah, no more Imperial Hungary, but the neighbouring HR is still alive and kicking. So let's have a quick look. This is the Duke of Munster, who is call to arms against the okay. This is a McJedi pressing a claim on. Yes, hell yes. Okay, we're not going to skip ahead at all. We're going to help a McJedi reclaim Scotland too, and at that point, if we can get back to tanistry laws, because this is the other thing I'd like to do at some point. If we get back to tanistry laws, we absolutely can get the... that's pure serendipity. Yes. 1,000 times yes, I will absolutely help you beat the pants off those accursed Buchanans. I just had a thought also, yes. Talking of accursed people, this Duke Torgil II of Moray, who was one of the people rebelling against me over the last 2 episodes, he's finally got enough money. It's about time I actually check that. No, he doesn't finally have enough money. Then why is it showing... Oh, I guess it just does regardless of whether he has enough money or not. Oh, I was excited there. I was going to be like, yay, all of the money. But, that's exactly what I was going to be saying. I was going to be saying it in exactly that tone. And yeah, okay. Never mind. Right, okay. I'll shut up now. Although if I did, it would be rather boring. Raise troops. That's what I was going to do. We'll raise all of the troops. We won't just bring them all together in Ross. I don't think we'll have to raise any vassal armies. I mean, I think just one province revolting. Although Ulster is also... Leinster, rather. The Duke of Leinster is also revolting. But we don't want to help Leinster. We want to help Munster. Because he's a McJedi, and he's clearly tired of living under the yoke of the filthy Buchanans. And who can blame him? Who can blame him? The Buchanans are weird. I've heard, and, okay, I'm going to go with a little history joke here, 1267. I've heard the Buchanans actually bathe, more than once a month. I mean, good God. What kind of heathen, savage, excuse for a ruler in this day and age, this enlightened time of the 13th century, would do such a thing? All that nice protective dirt and grime might come off if you do that. Good grief. Anyway. Yeah. I'm a real comedian, I am. I should definitely stop doing YouTube and start doing the comedy circuits. No, really? Really? did we have a... We had one faction, and it's like a count and the Duke of Lothian, and I will not be blackmailed. You can absolutely... No. Absolutely not. We are not putting Simon II back on the... I'm trying to get him off the Irish throne. I'm not giving him my throne again as well. We still haven't got that Buchanan smell off the Stone of Scone from the last time, for goodness sake. Good grief. Right, so we're going to merge those units. We're going to severely punish these disloyal vassals. I mean, good grief. We just came out of a war. We just came out of me kicking vassal butt because they were being disloyal and misbehaving. It looks like we're going to have to do it all over again. Some people just won't learn a lesson. They really won't. Oh, look, is that Galloway joining in? No, not Galloway. Yeah, well, Dumfries, Galloway. I know what I mean. Yes, Dumfries is in fact joining in the fight as well. You people are testing my patience. I should start chopping people's heads off. I really should. It's just not on. It's absolutely not on. Right, we'll finish this siege of this. Like Ireland, irritatingly, has there's 2 Buchanan holdings here in Ross, which is just, I don't know. It's just that tiny little extra bit of salt in the wound. That's what it is. That they've got these 2 little holdings here, but we'll have them back eventually. You see if we won't. Right, this is we'll actually speed it up. Well, this is almost done. And then they suicidally attack me with 300 men. I mean, if that's the level of strategic genius we can expect from these people, then I don't think I'm going to have too much difficulty winning this war somehow. Right, it's the Count of Argyll, so that's, yeah, it's that holding there. Yeah, that was not a stunning stroke of anything in particular. I can call in allies. We won't bother calling in Duke of Munster. We might call in Ulster. Duchess of Gallic, my wife. We probably won't. Duke of Deheubarth. We'll try the Duke of Deheubarth. Why not? Who might just, you know, not be any use at all, but might be able to give a little bit of help. You never know. Also, quickly arrange educate child. Hey, there we go. Ulster's come in to help. There we go. Trying to see who's got good stats here. Count of Gowrie. Got Slothall, which isn't good, but some of his other stats are pretty nice. Let's go with the Count of Gowrie. Plus, we might get a... No, okay, we didn't get any opinion back, bump out of that, but that's fine. So we'll just siege this, and watch the war take its course. Let's see, we're 16% on that so far. That's fine. There's the Deheubarthian forces. If you want to improve your skill at diplomacy, you need to become a confident public speaker. This will be my current ambition. Swaying the hearts and minds of men with simple words is not an easy thing, but you've started practicing in front of a mirror. Things can only improve. You're dogging to me? Ah, that paradox sense of humour. Gotta love it. Right, they've turned up with some troops to try and take back their... we're going to do a little bit of a risky thing and just march an army up there just to kick the butt of those troops, because that will give me more war score. Gerberga Salian, my mother, died of the measles. Oh dear, that's a bit unfortunate. But, you know, these things happen in this day and age. Well, like a very major part of the Reaper's Due is like new diseases and ways for people to die. And, oh, I had measles as well, but Jurahi is made of sterner stuff, so he's actually survived the measles. Meanwhile, news from Rome. So my Court Chaplain has improved my relations with the Pope, which is always useful. We won that fight, which is also useful. And yeah, we could probably just go find... Those are Ulsterian forces. I'm having a thought, and then the thought has fled to somewhere less scary and empty than my head, apparently. No, whatever the thought was, it's gone. Never mind. Okay. It feels like everyone's trying to trump me. Well, that's always unpleasant. There's nothing more unpleasant than being trumped. Am I right, America? Am I right? I'll be here all night. Don't forget to tip your waitresses. I'm telling you, I could make a go at it. I really could. I'll just give up this YouTube malarkey and, go and do the Edinburgh Fringe and, just tour around the country. I'm sure literally tens of thousands of people will attend my every performance. Yes. Anyway, my huntsman killed more prey than I. My councillors found a better solution to the rebellious peasants than mine, and I started to feel that everyone was better than me, no matter what. Well, that's just not true. That's just not true. If they're better than me, then I have to accept that. But where's my option for no? They are all wrong. I'm a McJedi. I'm the best. The game's broken. It is in fact broken. So I might get envious, which I don't particularly want, although +2 intrigue, that's actually not too bad, at the cost of 1 diplomacy. Or I can get kind, which is +2 diplomacy, at the cost of 2 intrigue. Well, my intrigue is already 1, whereas +2 diplomacy might actually be useful. So despite the fact that I do not agree with the button I just pressed at all, I was lucky and got the kind trait, which gives me +2 diplo, and that means... hopefully people will be less inclined to rebel against me in future. Hopefully. So yeah, considering that I'm slow, like if I didn't have -3 to all stats, Jurahi would actually be a goddamn genius. Anyway, and another, wow, he's been really, he's been chatting up that there Pope something fierce, or I don't know, it's late, I'm recording this late, and... the words come out and I don't necessarily stop to make sure that they actually make sense, but I'm sure that's why half of everybody's watching anyway. So that's the main force I'd have to worry about is the force from Dumfries. We're not going to engage them directly. We're nearly done with this. Let's see, this siege shouldn't last too much longer. It's like another fortnight, maybe. And then we can start beating up on the Irish. I didn't mean it in a... oh, again, not really, thinking about the things before I say them. But historically, people from mainland Britain going over to beat up the Irish is... this is fairly historically accurate. It happened quite a lot. Anyway... yeah, so we're gonna lose the siege of the Isle of Man, but that's fine. I want to conclude this internal, bit of rebellion before I go after Scotland 2. But go after Scotland 2 we will, and hopefully we can get a McJedi on the throne. I really, really do want that. Prince Bishop of Durham. No, we can take the rep hit. He's already got a decent reputation, so that's fine. He's a fellow Jedi. Well, his name is Jedi. Jedi is apparently a Jedi name. Well, it must be. I mean, I'm sure there were literally thousands of Jedi in the Star Wars universe who were just called Jedi. Yes, that's probably true. Well, I mean, obviously I am the fount of all knowledge when it comes to things that are Star Wars related, so I should clearly know. And you should just trust me on that and not ever bother checking for yourself. Okay, England still has one civil war going, but they now have elective laws, and I get to vote. I get to vote who gets to be the next King of England. I vote for me. Probably no one else will, but yeah. Anyway, and a bit more siege, 80% war score. I could go and fight that army, but honestly, it seems like it might be a little... I'd have to cross that strait, and yeah, I've got a bigger army, but I don't necessarily want to accept that penalty. If I can avoid it. There's no point taking the penalty when I don't have to. I can imprison the Prince Bishop of... Are you having naughty thoughts about rebelling? Are you? Can we... No, we can't give him an honorary title. Give him some cash. Bit expensive though, but 67, okay. We'll give him some cash, plus 80. Might improve his opinion, but we'll see. That might have just been an expensive waste of time. But I do have the spare money. That's definitely not an issue. Don't we have spare money? I could maybe put that into an upgrade, except I should probably save it for York. 10% a year, apparently. Just taking a quick glance at that. 10% a year chance of fabricating a claim isn't bad. The Chancellor has a decent skill. I think there is a cap. I've probably said this in previous episodes. I think there is a cap on your maximum percentage. Okay. We need a new Guardian, apparently. Or who's this? Oh, select spouse. Margaret McJedi, who has somehow wound up being proper Scottish. Not that I'm not proper Scottish. The McJedis are as Scottish as they come, yes. Absolutely the Scottishest. They're so Scottish that they're basically born, they're born wearing kilts. That is in fact entirely true. Let's see. Someone with decent... Oh, I don't know. Bishop of Lindisfarne. Let's go with him. Right. Oh, someone's offering peace. We surrender. You better be damn right sure there, Skippy. What? It's late. I don't know why I record these late sometimes, but I do, and I guess the results are maybe unintentionally funnier than they might have been otherwise. Anyway, yes! We accept your surrender. And also Prince Yoda has become an intricate web weaver. Well, I actually have to... This is my eldest son, well, and at the moment he's my main heir, but of course we've got Gavelkind succession, so the titles are going to get split between my different sons. But if we could find him a nice somebody to marry... Duchess of Genoa, Duchess of Brandenburg. How can I not... Oh, there we go. I have to actually click on the map. We could spread some Jedis to... Because this will just be a regular marriage. I'm thinking... Well, Brandenburg is closer. Let's go with Duchess of Brandenburg. Now, she is 10 years old, so we'll have to wait a couple of years before this betrothal kicks in. But that could be quite nice. Right, let's march back up to Ross. That's just some easy war score from sieging Dingwall. There we go. We'll take Dingwall from the Irish. And Duke Constantine died in prison where he rightfully belonged to be. Who else have we got? We've also got Duke Kenneth of Lothian. We're just going to let him moulder in prison for a bit because frankly... oh, he can finally... Okay, Torgal II can finally buy his way out and we'll take that. But we'll leave Kenneth... Kenneth can afford the ransom. We won't let him die in prison because, you know, that 145 gold is really very nice. But, yeah, that's a bit Scottish of me, isn't it? See, Scottish. I'm very Scottish. You know, it's like, oh, we you know, should chop their heads off. But on the other hand, we could just take their money. See, that's yeah. Anyway, yeah, but that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take their money. Duke of Venice. Can we get a nice matrilineal marriage with anyone? We need more McJedis! More McJedis. All of the McJedis. We must have McJedis. She's got super diplomacy. Terrible intrigue. Let's see if we can marry her to somebody that does also have good diplomacy. I could marry to other McJedis from a very distant branch, but that'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Not that that's necessarily stopped me doing things in CK2 before that were a bit weird. But, you know, when in CK2... something. I don't know. When in CK2, something something incest. There you go. That's the complete saying. Anyway, Bavik, Marshal of Scotland, is not got fantastic like learning and whatever stats, but we'll go with that. Was that? No, yes, that was matrilineal marriage, wasn't it? Yes, because I clicked the matrilineal marriage button. Right. Oh, that siege might take a while. Good grief, Dingwall is well defended. I think it's quite a well built up city though. Could maybe make Tain a bit more well defended. Actually, yeah, it's just Ross I've got, so I'm actually spending a bit of cash, but it's not that much. We'll actually set the castle walls upgrading in Ross, so we'll make Ross better defended. And of course, my other holdings, whatever. They also could use... Okay, I can get Castle Walls 3 in Northumberland, but I don't think I will do that just yet. We'll stick with holding onto the pile of cash for when this claim happens at some point, which it hopefully will at some point, maybe. Have I still got allies in this war with me, or were they just in the war? No, okay. Because he called me into the war, so the allies only came in to help me with the civil war, rather than also being called into this war. Also, Tyrconnell is... that got gobbled up by... I guess Oriel lost a fight with... I don't know. Anyway, Siege of Dingwall has been won. So let's march our troops down here and start kicking Irish buttock. Let's seriously prod buttock, as Commander Samuel Vimes would say. I don't know why I just suddenly thought of the Discworld and the Ankh-Morpork City Watch and Commander Samuel Vimes, but you know, there's no real bad time to think of Commander Samuel Vimes, so sure, let's go prod buttock. I should read some Discworld, actually. It's been ages since I've read some Discworld. I'm reading a Le Carré at the moment. I've got a second channel going, which you possibly may or may not be aware of, but so far it's been a bunch of sci-fi, but I'm reading a Le Carré spy novel, and then maybe after that I should possibly read some Discworld, because it's been ages since I've read some Discworld. Yes, anyway, that's just a completely random thought that is at a tangent to everything else. Doesn't really have anything to do with anything, it's just, you know, it's late and my brain is going off in all directions apparently. So we're going to start off with taking Dublin, which is like the main holding of... does he have any other counties he holds? No, that's his only holding is Dublin. So this war is fairly well going in the favour of Corin II, who has some nice heirs going, so that's fine. That's and they're all fake Scottish as well, so that's good. I wonder if fake Scottishness has spread elsewhere within the realm, because you only get messages about this culture map mode. There we go. You only get messages about it spreading if it happens directly within your own bit of within your own bailiwick, as it were. He claims he'd be a better spy master, and he's probably right. Good grief, 20 is pretty much the only thing he's good at. And the current spy master has got 12. I think that is absolutely fine. Bishop Kip might not be too happy with that, but plus 20, now plus 21, because that was his ambition. I'll actually check if I've got a better steward available. Oh, hell yes! The current Grand Mayor of Dumfries is a much, much better steward. Let's keep him on side. I'm still getting that nasty foreign conqueror negative modifier, but Duke of Albany. Now, he's already a good marshal, but he would be a better marshal because he'd get +1. Plus, he's a duke vassal, and he'll be pleased by putting on the he'll be pleased by having been put on the council. There we go. I got the words out eventually. Train troops? Yeah, let's have him train troops. It's funny, I tend to use my marshals more for training troops than actually leading troops. He's still currently in Rome. This is a really strong council, actually. We don't have anyone better for Chancellor at the moment, though. Anyway, back to the siege. And also, yes, fake Scottishness. I think it's still just correct. It isn't actually within Scotland at all. So, yeah, it'd be quite nice if I could get fake Scottishness to at least take hold in the Western Isles, but I can't quite seem to. My own particular special brand of being Scottish. Duke Ferro now favours himself as the heir to the Kingdom of England. I wonder if we could we change our vote? Like, even I'm voting for me at the moment, but if I can nominate Duke Ferro, he's got 2 votes. There we go. We could elect a caption guy. Not a caption guy. Wow. No, we could elect a caption guy. We don't want to. We could elect a McJedi. Princess Cithella. There's a bunch of people coming age in this video. She's betrothed to King Grim of Denmark. And I think that's just going to be a regular marriage. So, no, they would not take a matrilineal. It's very, very difficult to... Like, a matrilineal marriage with somebody that's actually a ruler is very unlikely. The game, like the AI goes, nope, that would be suicidal to the dynasty. We're not going to do that. But sometimes you can engineer it so that you get a matrilineal marriage with somebody that's maybe 2nd or 3rd in line, and then a series of unfortunate accidents happen, and hey presto, 1 generation later, you've got the desired person on the throne. So, you know, if you're a bit sneaky and you're a bit patient, you can engineer these things. But sadly, I could not with Scotland too. But then another opportunity presented itself, and so it was all good. Anyway, we'll actually just go to max speed, I think. They barely have any troops left. We're just sieging for war score at this stage. There we go. And somebody's going to... Count Magnus of Dunbar seeks to fabricate a claim on the Duchy of Lothian. So that's a bit of internal doings in the Duchy of Lothian, so we don't much care about that for the time being. Let's see. Murik McJedi was born to Pavik of Carlisle, and so his parents... okay, so it's his mother that's the McJedi. Okay. I have no idea what kind of a name Murik is. She's the one we just married off to the... Yes, to the Marshal, so... he's, you know, he's not the noblest McJedi ever, but still, he's a McJedi for all that. I'm sure Rabbie Burns wrote a poem about, you know, a McJedi's a McJedi for all that. Yeah, that's definitely also true, and you should also take my word for it. Alongside all the Star Wars lore, you should also take my word for it that Rabbie Burns definitely wrote a poem about the McJedi's, yes. Right, levy reinforcement rate plus 50% from the Marshal, so that's good. That's useful. And this second level of siege is almost done, and we've got another ambition pop up. So your hard work practicing public speaking in front of a mirror has paid off. You now feel much more confident when addressing others, and your skill at the art of diplomacy has likewise improved. Plus 2 diplomacy, which takes me to 9 diplomacy, which is pretty nice. And I also got that bump from being from getting the kind trait. So there we go. Siege of Christchurch. That's Dublin fully sieged. Well, I don't know. Just siege Kildare next, I guess. Right. So we can pick another ambition now. Improve intrigue, because it's truly diabolically dreadful. It's plus 4 and minus 6. Is that? So if I get another plus 2, that'll bring it to 0. Yeah, we might get a lot of intrigue events popping up, because it'll take a long time to get to plus 8 intrigue. Anyway, we'll see. I doubt Jurahi will be alive that long. We've just hit age 50. We don't have any claims at the moment, do we? We claim on the Holy Roman Empire. Good grief, that would be one to... I mean, I'm ambitious, but that would just be suicidal. That'd be nice, though, but... Oh, I can't even... Like, that would absolutely be way too much to swallow in one go. The entire HRE. There'll be wars everywhere. Right, Mitra McJedi has become spy master for Joan van Vlaanderen, who is going to be Occitan. I thought with a name like that it'd be like Flemish or Dutch or something, but no. Also, that's a slightly odd name for a bloke, but maybe I'm just saying it wrong, and it's entirely not an odd name for a bloke when you say it correctly. I don't know. Anyhow. The frame rate, by the way, if it looks like it's chugging along, it's because I'm running this at max speed. Also I'm doing client record rather than screen record, because, yeah, for some reason client recording, screen recording stopped working properly. After giving my advice on a delicate matter, the courtier asked me to accept a small gift of gold as thanks for my help. I accept the gift reluctantly, or I can be a bit, you know, kind of ungracious about it and get a 70% chance of getting greedy. National tax modifier plus 10%, which is actually kind of tempting, because we've got like plus 10 gold at the moment. But charitable is another plus 3 diplomacy if we get it. Let's try, and we get it. Oh, good grief! I've turned into a diplomatic powerhouse. Plus 12 diplomacy. That's pretty good. Well, I say a powerhouse. A powerhouse would be like plus 18 diplomacy, but still. 91%, and we just took somebody prisoner. Yes, that's 10 gold ransom, and should be 10 gold ransom as well. Oh, we lost Arthael. Okay. No, well, apparently they don't have more gold. Right, we need another Chancellor, and we need to set them. That's going to have to be my former Marshal, isn't it? Don't have anybody that's particularly good at chancelling. Fabricate claims, there we go. Right, Chancel harder. Yeah, his fame collaboration, or possibly claim fabrication chance per year is only 4.5%, which is just a little bit less than the over 10% that we had previously. Northumbrian peasant revolt. More peasants! Filthy peasants. We're nearly done with this war, so they shouldn't get too far with this sieging before I can actually make an impact. Right. Let's see. That's just the last couple of percent. This might be enough. 97% war score. There we go. 100% war score. We've got this. A McJedi will once more be on the throne of Scotland too, even though it's going to be a somewhat fractured Scotland too. But there we go. Wait, what? Or is it just not caught up yet? Oh, right. I was clicking down. It's like, but he's still the Duke of Meath. It's just he's now not the king. Where's the king's holding? Is this going to be one of these weird times when... Oh, wait, no, he's there. Oh, wait, that's Pharaoh. I thought that was Pharaoh. No, that's Mace. He's also McJedi, and I just opened the console by mistake. I didn't mean to do that. You saw nothing. Okay, yeah, oh, right. It's the Duke of Mercia that was... Oh... Never mind. Never mind. It's fine, but that's still a McJedi. That still counts. So, Tanistry. Next stop, Tanistry, and then the reuniting of the crowns? Maybe? Maybe. You have been studying alchemy recently for the sole purpose of learning everything you can about poisons. You have learned the answers to important questions such as which poisons are the most potent, which are the most difficult to detect, and how best to guard against them. +1 intrigue. But I'm still at 0. Because, like I said, at the moment, it's below 0. Now, being below 0 doesn't have an effect on, you know, you can't have negative multipliers from having a negative stat like that, but it just means that I've got to gain several intrigue before it starts actually gaining intrigue. Also, that's a terrible commander. +2. We can do better than that, for goodness sake. Right, I'm commanding one of those flanks, apparently. We can stand down my regular troops, although we'll thrash this army first. We'll just pound them into the dust. Filthy peasants. And then I think we'll wrap the episode up there, because that was that was unexpected and satisfying. And we don't have everything reunited yet, but we are one huge step closer. Absolutely we are closer. Now we just need to get Tanistry going. And in fact, we might be able to even get the vote. Or no, they don't vote on. No, yes, we can just change the laws. As soon as we beat this... Oh, this is going to have been a good episode. This is going to have been a very good episode. Tanistry laws and McJedi is back on the throne of Scotland too. Well, 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 well. I mean, you never know. When I start recording these episodes, it is literally anything could happen. And the one or two times when I've had to re-record because the game crashed or the recording derped out or whatever, and I go back to the save file start point, it's usually completely different than what had just happened before. So yeah, that's why I keep playing this game, because it just throws these things out at you and you just never know how it's going to happen. So you might get disastrous civil wars, but then on the other hand, you'll get periods like this where it just all falls in your favour so beautifully. So we've got some penalties here. We're attacking across a river crossing, but we have such a big manpower advantage that it really doesn't matter. So that's a nice easy win, a nice bit of target practice for the troops. And oh, apparently they're not done yet. Usually one fight does it, but these guys have got a little bit of life left in them yet, apparently. Not so much as you'd notice, though. Well, that's what it's going to be in the very, very near future. There we go. They are truly beaten. Absolutely thrashed. Come on, just give up. Oh, I've been maimed. That's not so good. I just need you to live like a couple more days, Jurahi. Right, off the piece. I'm gonna stand down the non-retinue troops. We're gonna march them back home. We can hold a grand tournament, that doesn't matter. We're going to execute the filthy peasant because he dared raise his hand against me. Yeah, I've lost a leg or something. Can finally ransom. No, we can't ransom. Wow, he doesn't. The Count of Kildare really doesn't like whoever that is that I have in prison. Maybe I should just let her go. Yeah, she's basically not important. We'll just let her go. Kenneth's been in prison for 4 years now. We'll ransom him. Oh, he can't actually afford it now. We've also got somebody who will just quickly educate child, get that out of the way, so that's not bothersome for next time. I have. Oh, it's Bricken's Prince Bricken's wife. Why not? So, laws, law change, Tanistry. Hallelujah! There we go. So, we'll briefly unpause it so that all the Tanistry messages can pop up. So, I could nominate Pharaoh 2. He becomes the next king. The crowns unite, and at that point, I possibly have to deal with succession laws changes in. Yeah, that's Gavelkind at the moment, Agnatic, Cognatic, Gavelkind. So we might then have to do succession law changes there, but it's going to be a case of somehow getting Pharaoh out on top. So, yeah, we'll see. Well, actually, does he have... How much gold has he got? Only 62. Oh, okay, that might be a while. Anyway, so we've got a buttload of gold, actually. I was barely spending anything, so we'll put some of that gold into... Should we say Barracks 5? Which is a little bit expensive, and then Northumberland will Castle Walls 2. That's more than enough gold for laying claim to Cork. This time I went with Cork instead of Dork or York. Apparently I can't manage to just say York. Anyhow, if we can manage to claim that, because 4.5% is a very low chance, we've got the money to do it, and if not, we'll just save up some more and build some more improvements. So, thus ends the reign of the Filthy Buchanans, although unfortunately they still have a duchy title, but you know, we might possibly, once we unite the crowns, we could maybe arrange a little accident for Simon there. And possibly any future Buchanans that happen to get in our way as well. Oh, he's managed to marry and have children already. That's a bit unfortunate. Anyway. So yes, we're going to wrap things up there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode as much as I have. This has turned out to be a very good one for the McJedis. If you have, you can hit the like button. You can leave any comments below. You can sub to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, stay tuned for more.